Welcome. My name is Thomas Ledford. I'm here to share in this video the benefits of starting your own tax business. I've been doing this for the last 18 years, the last 12 as business owner. So I specialize in helping individuals in this industry who work in this industry who are ready to shift from employee to employer by starting their own tax business. I help them get that done from A to Z and from the front end to the back end. So I help people who looking to get started with their own tax business get that done. That's my specialty. I specialize in that. So for people who've been working in this industry for any considerable time, who has experience and some confidence and some insight and some clientele already established, and they're looking to start their own tax business, I specialize in helping people get that done from A to Z, from the front end as well as the back end. And when it's all said and done, they have a full-fledged official income tax business under their belt where they can move forward to position themselves to gain time freedom and financial freedom for themselves and their families. That's the benefits of starting your own tax business. Is you want to position yourself in such a way where you can possibly get more time freedom and more financial freedom in your life by working for you. Trading time for money, working for someone else, opposed to trading time for money when it comes to working for yourself. It's a far way greater benefit. And so when we've been in this industry over the last 18 years, the last 12 as a business owner, I've always made more money working for myself than I ever could working for a job. And so for people who work in the tax industry as employees, the money they made is insignificant compared to what you make being your own tax business. And so that's why it's so beneficial to move from employee to employer and starting your own tax business. And so I help people get that done. I walk them through a process that's streamlined, that's going to get them help themselves set up in such a way to where when it's all said and done, they got a full-fledged income tax service. We sit down, we map out a plan of action on how they want their tax service to look. Because in this industry, you have a lot of tax services that's strictly tax preparation only, meaning the only service they provide is tax preparation. Uh, they don't do no bookkeeping. They don't do no payroll. They don't help you set up your business on any of those functions. And so you got that's what I sit down and talk to the client I'm working with is what type of tax service you want to be part of. Do you want a tax service that's strictly tax preparation only, or do you want a tax business that offer multiple products and services that's going to help make your business look real appealing to someone who might need multiple services? You know what I'm saying? So what we specialize in self-employed individuals and small business owners. I have package one and package two that I talk to my clients about. One is for people who sole proprietors only, and another package for incorporated businesses only. And so the packages are similar, but they for, like I said, sole proprietors and incorporated. And these are some of the services they might need based on where they at in their business already. So for incorporated business that might have employees already, they might want bookkeeping services. They might need the payroll services that I offer if they don't already have their own that they outsource to. And so that's the difference between what I do when it comes to helping individuals get started with their own tax services. I ask the question of what type of tax service do you want to have? Do you want to simply just have a tax preparation only service where they come in, they get their taxes done, they pay your fee, and you see them, and they see you next year, hopefully? Or do you want the tax service where, hey, you specialize in a certain group of people where they're gonna probably need more than just tax preparation? And so with me specializing in self-employed individuals and small business owners, they need more than just tax preparation. They need payroll services. They need bookkeeping services. And so that's the difference between specializing in a certain niche with a certain group of people opposed to the general population. The general population of consumers, for the most part, you're going to deal with tax preparation, maybe some basic tax planning based on their overall situation, and that's about it. But the niche I'm in is self-employed and small business owners who already understand the basic concept of being in business and some of the things they need, but might not necessarily be able to afford right away, is the people that I deal with. Those are the people I work with. So I have people who might not have a budget right now for bookkeeping. but no, they need, but they might have 3 or 4 independent contractors that they're working with, where they're gonna need some 1099s processed for the year. And so my package includes 1099s and W-2s. You get so many of each based on what category you fall in. And my packages are customized based on what you need. And so the benefits of starting your own tax business and some of the things that people use to help you to make that decision to start your own tax business is some of the things that we're going to discuss in this video. And like I said, so much free research, so much free information that you can go get to start your own tax business, to start your own business in general, to whatever it is. There's so much free information on how to do something. But the bottom line is, are you that individual who's going to take that information? First of all, are you that individual going to go out and get the information, take it, and bring it together to start your own business or not? If you know you're not that individual who's going to go do the research, who's going to find out what it's going to take to start your own business or not, then it may be smarter for you to connect with someone who provides that service for you that's going to help you to get your business started and up and running. And that's what I help do. I specialize in helping people start a tax service, but I help people in general start a business. But my specialty is tax preparation businesses. But I help people in general start their own business regardless of what it is. But my specialty is tax preparation. You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference. I help people start a business no matter what it is, but my specialty is tax preparation businesses. Because I've been doing this for the last 18 years. The last 12 was a business owner. So that's what I help people do. And so as I was doing my research on starting a tax service, they have so many different vendors and organizations that has material out there that gives you the benefits of starting your own tax service, that allows you to make a decision on getting started or not. And what I found is one of the points that they brought out in the information I found that I went with for this illustration was earning $100 or more is a plus. Yeah, you can earn $100 or more based on what you charge for tax preparation fees. So if you're charging a minimum of $150 an hour, and $150 a tax return, yeah, that's $150 an hour, because it ain't gonna take an hour to do a tax return unless you deal with something real complex. And 9 out of 10, you're gonna charge more than $150. You know, so that's one of the benefits of having your own tax service, that the money you make goes directly in your pocket, and there's no middleman to that. And so that's the difference between trading time for money, being an employee versus being self-employed. Being a self-employed individual, I get to make more money for my time than I would working for a company. And so the 6 years that I worked for a company, I didn't make no real money at all. The most I made in one in particular year was $8,000, and that's because I worked from January to September. Other than that, January through April or May, I might have made anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 at the most. And the majority of the people who worked there had permanent jobs, full-time jobs. That's extra money for them. I was the only individual who had that one job, and that was tax preparation, because I knew that I wanted to start my own income tax business one day. And so the company that I work with blessed me to be able to learn everything I need to know to start my own tax business when I became ready. And so that's the difference between me and some people who got into this industry, started working for a tax firm, and decided later on that they want to start their own tax service. See, I knew right away, a long time ago, that I wanted to start my own tax service. So it was all about just positioning myself to do so by getting back in the industry, getting some knowledge under my belt, getting some training under my belt, getting some clientele established, and getting confident in what I do, to the point where I was ready in that 6th year to start my own tax business. And see, the thing about me was I had officially already had my tax business set up and started. I just wanted to promote my business at the time because I was still working for a firm at the time. But things had changed to the point where I was with a different firm, but I wasn't making the type of income I was used to making with them, that it caused me to go ahead and start promoting my own tax service. And in that 6th season of working for a company, I made $40,000 from home. And from there, the following year, I just decided to no longer work for a company and do my own thing. And so that's the difference. I had already had my mind made up that I was going to do a tax service, and I was just preparing myself over those 6 years to be able to do that. And so one of the benefits of starting on tax service that they talk about and the information I found was being able to get more time freedom for yourself, and more financial freedom for yourself if you position yourself in such a way that's gonna happen. But it takes time. I started my tax business in the seventh year. I had grew it to the point where I had people working for me to the point where now I didn't have to show up at all if I didn't want to, and I still make money. But see, that didn't happen overnight. It took 7 years from the time I started to position myself where I had enough clientele to hire people who was going to run the business for me. So if I decided not to show up at all, my company still made money. I still made money. And the biggest part of that situation was the freedom I had not to show up at all. The freedom I had to go travel. The freedom I had to spend time with my family and friends. The freedom I had to do so many different things that regardless of what I made, what I gained in the process was freedom. And so that's what this is what I look for, is that the freedom I have by having my own business that you don't get by working for someone. There's no freedom in working for someone. Because for the people who make any significant real type of money, 40, 50, 60 or up, they basically spending 40 hours or better to make that money. And so they don't have the time to spend with family like they want to. They might want to be hands-on. They might have kids that's participating in sporting events and different things that they can't participate in because they at work. They trying to provide. They trying to be responsible. They trying to provide a better life for their family. And so they can't spend quality time with their children the way they like to because they have to make a living. But with me working for myself and putting the work in to the point where I was able to build a company where I could hire people who was going to do the work for me, then the freedom from that was awesome. And so that's what I help people do. And so, like I say, the benefits of starting your own tax service, and it talks about, because I took some notes, it talks about having your summers and holidays free. Well, the reality of it is having summer and holidays free, the incomplete picture of that is if you don't have another source of income going on, then you still going to be working for somebody because the tax season is so-called seasonal. And if you haven't positioned yourself to offer different services and be able to market it and advertise yourself in such a way where you're going to constantly keep clients and keep income coming year round, then you got to find a way to generate some money after the tax season is over. So a lot of people don't have summers and holidays free because they haven't positioned themselves to do so. So even though they give you some pointers on the benefits of having your own tax service, the reality of it is that it's going to take time for you to manifest some of these things that they talk about for us being a benefit. And so the thing is, being able to start your own tax business from home for a minimal cost is true. I already had a computer, already had a printer, already had the internet. So all I needed was some tax software, some copy paper, some client files, and some pens and some other basic stuff, and I was ready to go. So it don't take much to start a tax business, especially if you're gonna start from home. And then once I decided that following year to find a location, which I had my IT guy that used to do all my computer work for me, and all my computers I used to buy from him, I rented some space in his shop and got started the following season. And so my overhead went up because I'm paying rent now, and I got a couple of people working with me. And so from there, I got started. I had 2 different locations, and there was just no looking back, because I had a made up mind that this is what I want to do. I love and enjoy doing income taxes. I love helping people. And so I had a game plan in place that was going to allow me to do that. And I worked hard to make sure that I was able to grow the business to the point where I didn't have to show up anymore after doing that. And so it took 7 years to position myself where I didn't have to come to work no more unless I wanted to. And so that's the big picture plan for the people that I talk to, that I work with, is that you want to start off as self-employed because that's what you have to do. But you want to position yourself to the point where now you can build your business to the point where now you got people working for you, where if you don't show up or not, the company still made money, you still make money. And on the back end of that, you have time freedom to spend with your family and friends. And if you have small children that you want to be hands-on with, the beauty of being able to be hands-on with your children and take them to school and take them to sport events and do all the different things that you want to do with your kids is now it's a reality because you've positioned yourself to be able to get the time freedom you wanted, along with building some financial income for yourself to give you the freedom to be able to not have to spend so much time in your own business because you've grown it to the point where now you got people in place who are working for you. And that's a beautiful thing to have. But that takes time, it takes commitment, it takes dedication, it takes a plan. And it don't happen overnight. And so that's why I specialize in helping people do. If you want to start your own tax business, I don't care if you're an enrolled agent, CPA, your title means nothing to me. It's the fact that if you're ready to stop being an employee and start your own tax business, that's what I specialize in helping people do. That's what I do. Because I've been there and done it for myself. That's what I help people do who want to go that route. So the benefits of starting your own tax business, that they pointed out in this information I found online is all possible, but it doesn't happen overnight. You know what I'm saying? So, and you can reduce your own tax liability by having a tax business. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, if you're profitable, then you don't reduce your tax liability. And if you got income to go along with that, that just adds to it. So if you do a status where you got your own tax business and you're still working for an employee, then if you made a profit from the business along with whatever you made working as an employee, that combined together may put you over the top where you might be owing taxes. So it's so many different variables to that. But the benefits of starting your own tax business that you want to get to is one of time freedom and financial freedom. You want to be able to grow your business to the point where you got people in place that you trust and that you're confident and comfortable with who can run the business. That way, if you never show up again, your companies make money, and the time freedom and financial freedom you have gained from that is priceless. And that's what I help people get done, is to gain time freedom and financial freedom in life, to spend more time doing the things they want to do. They don't want to be working 30 and 40 years, trading time for money, and still not making enough money to make ends meet, and not being able to live the type of life and lifestyle they want to have. So having a tax business that's profitable and sustainable is doable, it's a reality. You just have to understand what it's going to take to make that happen. And that's what I help people to understand, is that to make this happen, it's going to take a plan, it's going to take dedication, it's going to take you learning and growing. And so all the things that I've learned from being in this industry for the last 18 years, the last 12 of the business on, you get to get from me. I get to share that with you. I get to help fast track your success where you ain't got to figure it out on your own. I get to show you how you can make money from tax preparation fees, bookkeeping, payroll services, helping people with consultation on setting up their own business, audits. So it's a whole array of things that you can do to make income other than tax preparation that you can be turned on to, that's going to help fast track your success, where you're going to get more time freedom and financial freedom in your life in a much shorter period by working with someone who's been there and done it already, opposed to you trying to figure it out on your own. So if you're looking to get started, and you're not sure because you don't know what that's going to look like and what that's going to take, in the description area of this video, I got contact information that you reach out to me with. We can set up a Zoom call. We can talk to each other. You can ask me questions and concerns you may have, and I can walk you through what that's going to take and what it's going to look like for you, so you can make a better decision on getting started in the 2020 season or in the near future. Or you can partner with me in my partnership program to get me started now in the 2020 season, which you will have to start right away because we're around the corner from the season started. And so you'll have to basically learn the software part of it, which is the most difficult training session that we'll go through. All the other stuff you can learn at home at your own leisure, but that tax preparation piece, learning the software that I use to be able to do business with, is going to be the key to getting started. And so the quicker you can get started, the quicker you can learn the tax software, that's going to be the key to being able to start on time, because you got to be able to use the software efficiently to get the taxes done, to get the business done for the client, so they can be happy, you can be happy, and you can be able to have a smooth season. Because the problem with doing what we do is that we use software. It ain't like we doing this stuff by hand. So tax preparation software is the tool we use to prepare returns with that you got to get good in using. So again, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. So every time I go live or do a upload, you'll be notified. You get to follow me on my journey. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to know more about what I do, just reach out to me through my contact information, and we can have a discussion on what that's going to take and what that's going to look like for you for starting your own tax business, or if you looking to start a business in general. It doesn't make a difference either way with me. It's just I specialize in tax services, but I can help individuals get started in business in general. And I'll see you in my next video.